Hello, ladies. Happy Tuesday. Jody here from Healing Journey, founder of the Holistic Anxiety Fix. So for those of you who don't know, this program is a 12-week program where we look at multiple layers of healing anxiety from a root cause level. And a lot of what we're looking at is very, very unique. In today's video, I'm going to talk about one of those elements in the program that we go into that's actually one of the bigger game changers, and unfortunately is what I refer to as the hidden gem of healing anxiety, and this is the limbic system. So if you've been following me this week, you know that a lot of my emails and my posts have all been about the limbic system, and there is a reason for this. The limbic system can often be overlooked when it comes to healing anxiety. So, a lot of women are asking, what's the best supplement that I need to take? Or what's the best parasite protocol that I should take? They're going to yoga, they're doing meditation, they're doing therapy, they're looking at all of these different things when actually the kind of core commander of their anxiety, which is in their brain, is way out of tune, right? And this is the limbic system. So your limbic system is responsible for creating a alert system in your body. So for protecting you from danger, it sends that fight or flight system out. It sends that message out to the body that says, hey, this isn't safe. You need to leave. So it's a very functional system until it stops being functional. And so what can actually happen is that you will get what's kind of known as brain damage. And so that's what a lot of people are looking at this as. So, before you kind of freak out, it's actually an interesting shift. Because for a lot of people, anxiety is seen as something that you can control with your thinking, right? So you just need to think your way out of it or supplement your way out of it. But if the limbic system has cross-wired in a way where it's constantly hyperactive to those kind of responses that aren't necessarily very worrisome, then you end up creating a position where your body is responding all of the time to things that aren't all that anxiety provoking. And so, you might have tried all of these strategies and your anxiety wasn't budging. So you might have tried some of the strategies that I talked about. And if this is you, let me know below. What strategies have you tried for your anxiety and how effective were they? So just comment below and let me know. So, another big kind of key that the limbic system really is out of whack is if you can't think of positive memories. And so you might be listening to this and think no big deal, I got lots of positive memories. So I challenge you right now to write them down. What are those memories? And really think about, is this something that's positive? Because someone with limbic system damage may have a really hard time thinking of these memories. So they're going to think of the memory and then go, oh my gosh, but that was negative because, Uncle Joe walked by and he was sort of a jerk. And so all of a sudden, this memory that was positive, that worrisome thought comes in and the memory now becomes negative. So that's one way to tell. Another way to tell if your limbic system has challenges is whether or not you're overreacting to situations. So this could be, maybe you're used to being calm and then all of a sudden, the smallest trigger sends you into this giant anxiety response and you don't even recognize yourself. You're like, what the heck is this? That can actually be because the limbic system is in hyperactive mode. Now, one of the most interesting symptoms associated with limbic system dysfunction is sense of smell. You might be like, what? So your sense of smell can actually become very, very strong, and scents may actually bother you. Now, the reason for this is that the olfactory system is actually attached to the limbic system, and if it's overactive, then your sense of smell also becomes overactive as well. And so essentially what the body's trying to do is protect yourself, but it's gone into fire alarm mode. So it's gone into, everything is a 5-alarm fire. Everything is worth freaking out about. And so this creates this chronic anxiety response. And so what happens is, you go to therapy and you talk about it. So what are you doing when you talk about it when you go to therapy? You're actually making it worse. Why? Because you're spending time in that negative energy space. You're spending time reliving the trauma. You're spending time talking about your negative emotions, and you're actually rewiring or reinforcing that limbic system damage, which a lot of people are surprised about. When you're doing relaxation strategies like yoga and deep breathing, these are really great strategies. They're called bottom-up strategies. And so they're working at calming the nervous system from these sort of outsides. But what you want to do with the limbic system is a top-down approach. So you want to be making sure you're going in at the limbic system level so that the brain is no longer turning on that fight or flight response every time someone sneezes. Right? And so this is why coming at it from a brain level can be the missing link, because unfortunately, this is not on the radar of mental health practitioners. So I am a trained therapist. I've been in therapy for a very long time, and I actually did not hear about limbic system work through the therapy channels. I didn't hear about it at all. It's not trained. Practitioners aren't trained about it. We don't talk about it. We don't very much talk about the nervous system. I heard this from the functional medicine community on my own journey to really uncover the root cause of anxiety. And for me, what had happened was I lived in a moldy apartment. I didn't know it was moldy. And that mold was enough to really aggravate my limbic system. And I'd had some underlying trauma that had made my limbic system very sensitive to things like mold exposure. So what was happening for me is I was watching MasterChef or exciting war movies, and my body was acting like I was in the movie. And it was really quite strange to me. Like anything that was remotely exciting, like when I first discovered functional medicine, I was so excited I had panic attacks. And I was like, what? I'm not anxious about this. I'm excited about this. And yet my body is responding like I'm anxious about it. What is going on here, right? And so it took me a long time to really think about the limbic system and want to do work on it, because I was like, that's not me. Like, that's not me at all. And I was very resistant to it. And in fact, it was one of the key pieces of my healing, because my limbic system had gone haywire. Okay, so I want you to stay tuned this week for much more information about limbic system. And towards the end of the week, I'm going to be talking more about what you can do, a special offer I have to heal it. And what I would like for you to do if you're listening is just tell me a strategy that you have done to heal your anxiety or try and heal your anxiety and how that worked for you. So let's get a map of what everyone's doing to heal their anxiety and whether or not you even thought about the limbic system to heal. So let me know below. And if this is something you're interested in, I'd like you to like this video. So like this video if you're like, wow, Jody, I want to learn more about the limbic system and what I can do to heal it. Otherwise, I will see you later this week. Thanks so much, ladies.